can one be half liberated?
When?
Be half liberated, half the time, or just all the time?
All the time. The liberation is our natural state. The main thing is that whether we are disturbing the liberation or not is the question. Liberation is our natural state. We need not worry about the liberation. But when we want to achieve something, when even liberation itself, if we want to have liberation, then we are disturbing the liberation. So that means we are giving strength to the manolaya. So we should not give strength to the manolaya. So we have to give we have to give total freedom to the manolaya. If you give total freedom to the manolaya, all manolaya will flower and it will dissolve.
So, if half of the time a thought comes or an emotion comes and it just flows, and then that is a moment of liberation. If in another moment a thought or an emotion comes and thinking comes in, then that is not a moment of liberation.
So even though whenever some laya is there, whenever some emotions are there, whenever some agitations are there, we have some struggle within the manolaya. And when you are not entertaining the manolaya, naturally it will dissolve. So the dissolution will happen naturally. But here, the operative system, the operative force, whether is there any work within ourselves or not. If you understand, if you are confirmed that no work is there for within myself, and if you are share with your understanding, if you are share with your finding, the matter is over. So our work is over only with the understanding, only with the enlightenment. But we need not worry about the liberation. Liberation is natural. But our problem is only in the enlightenment. Problem is only in the understanding. So the understanding is that whether we have any work or not, if we find no work is there, the matter is over. You have to be sure that no work is there, no work is needed. That is the end of everything. So this is only intellectual clarification. You have to think for yourself, you have to discuss everything, you have to verify the teachings of everybody and come to a conclusion, and you have to assure that our conclusion is correct. Then then after you can forget the finding itself. Then everything will go alright. Even though you forget the finding itself, does not matter. Because the matter is once you understood, it is always with you. It will not go away from you. Because you need not always keep the thing in your mind. And the other day also I given an example that you have changed your house from one house to the other house. You need not always keep the message in your mind. I have changed my house, You need not keep in your mind. It is always, you have understood. The matter is over. Even though you behaved against the understanding, the very moment of your understanding you have behaved against the understanding, the next moment you will be alright. You need not worry about that.
So is it a little bit like when the behavior becomes automatic? Like, okay, in the morning I brush my teeth, I don't even notice I brush my teeth because it's so there, normal. Is it a good analogy?
So here the psychological feeling, not physical work. Psychologically, whenever we have something, for example, if some good situation is there, naturally we will be happy. Some situation is bad, naturally we will have some adverse feeling, some tension or some aversion, or everything may be happening naturally. You need not worry about that. That is a natural thing. We have to take it naturally. No, need not correct anything. But all correction will be happen. But in course of time, your entire structure of your mind will be changed. But in the course of time, you need not worry about that. But if you worry about that, you will never change.
So like you'll be on the riverbank if you worry, but if you don't, you're flowing with the river.
Yeah.
So it's like the correct understanding is like opening a valve, and then like turning on a shower, And then the liberation, you don't have to worry about it because you're in the shower.
Yeah.
And strong emotions can come, or strong thoughts, or any challenging situations can happen that give rise to the manolaya. But the shower's on, so you understand that it's all okay. That internal psychological emotion is okay.
Yeah. But you have to understand that no work is there.
Yeah.
So it will be natural. Whatever come, some adverse feeling may come, then we may think, I have to correct my feeling. I have to be free from feeling. That's not necessary. It will be naturally everybody will be free from the feeling. It is a natural course. We need not try to be free from any feeling. So here, we have to understand we have no work psychologically. So that alone is, and we have to, in all respect, in all context, we have to come to the same conclusion. And then only we can share off our conclusion. And you recognize that what I have concluded, what I have understood is correct in all respect. So you have to confirm yourself also.
By practicing what we've understood.
No practice is necessary.
By
Work is necessary.
not doing the work.
Can we observe?
No,
Observation
observation is not necessary. So understanding is
It's always
different.
just
So understanding is enough. But before understanding, you may observe. You observe everything. You can inquire everything. Everything helps. Only with the help of observation, discussing, inquiring, and we have to come to a conclusion. No work is needed. Then afterwards, you need not observe anything. And there is only one example. There is a guru, master, and a disciple. And the master told him what is correct, what is enlightenment, what is liberation, and the disciple also understand what is enlightenment and what is liberation. So he himself understand and got enlightenment. So the matter is over. So if he has not understood the matter, he has to live along with the master and he have to inquire and discuss many things. But the matter is over. So there is no necessity for him to stay along with the master. So one day both of them, they are departing with each other. And the master goes towards north and the disciple goes towards the south. They are wandering. As a wandering monk, they are by walk they are going towards the south. The disciple going towards the south and the master going towards the north. And in the northern area, there are many problems in the situation. There are many terrorism is there. So the master find it very difficult to find some food and find some shelter. So at any moment he had to rescue himself from the attack of the terrorism. He had to find out some rescue. He had to hide himself to a certain place, and throughout his travel he was in tension. How to protect himself? He was in tension. But the journey of the disciple, wherever he goes, everybody is happy. All the situations are happy, and everybody was giving warm welcome to him. And there many foods are there, many convenient shelters are there. Then he is very happy. Throughout the way, the disciple is very happy. But the master, throughout the way, he is not unhappy. He is not happy. He is unhappy. Now, the question is, who is great?
Who's right?
Who is great?
Great.
Great. Whether the master is great or the disciple is great. Because the master is always unhappy, or throughout his way, the master is unhappy. but the disciple is happy throughout his way. Now, who is great?
Both. We don't actually know until we ask the master.
The master is unhappy throughout the way because he is facing many problems. So he is unhappy. But the disciple is not facing any problem. Wherever he got some good welcome. So he is always happy along the way. Now the question is, who is great? Master or the disciple? Because the master is unhappy, the disciple is happy. So who is great?
If I understand correctly, it does not matter.
It is not?
As long as both are in the manonasa, they can still experience the good or bad emotions. It is how if they let it flow. Correct?
Sir, anybody, any answer, any other answer? And both are correct. Because whatever may be the situation, then naturally there will be the response. He is not responsible for the response. It happens like this. Whenever the adverse situation is like that, the adverse feeling will be there. If the situation is good, some good feeling will be there. So as he is the disciple is happy always, we should not think he is greater than the master. So as the master is always unhappy, according to the situation, we should not take he is below the disciple. So both are same. Because only according to the situation alone, he have the response. It doesn't matter. So as he said, the next moment it will dissolve. The moment it comes, the next moment it will go away. Everything will be in the flow. Need not worry about anything. So that is the nature of the mind, to create any feeling, any emotion according to the situation. But you need not worry about the emotions or feeling. We are not great as we are always in the happy situation and we are happy. And we should not feel that we are not enlightened, we are not liberated, as we are having some unhappy situation and we feel unhappy. That is not the deciding factor. So, whenever we are placed in a situation, according to the situation, some feeling or emotion will be there. That is natural.
Can I just clarify if I understand correctly, when we're in the manonasa, there's a natural flow, and in the flow there's movement. Like, it's a natural movement?
Actually, we say it is a movement. Actually, it is not a movement. It is appearance and disappearance alone. But for example, some waves are forming. The next moment, the waves disappear. It is not a flow. But at the same time, for understanding purpose alone, we giving the name as flow. Actually, it is not a flow. It is appearance and disappearance. But we can take it as a flow. We name it as a flow, even though we are giving a name as flowing, it is strictly speaking, it is not a flowing. It is appearance and disappearance.
And if I go back to the situation of the master and the teacher, only the teacher and the student know.
Understood?
Only them know that the enlightenment is still there. Nobody from outside can say you are still enlightened or not.
Yeah. So, because if you are, they have to understand. For the other people, he may be in an unhappy state, then how can we say he is an enlightened person, he is unhappy, when the situation is worse, he is unhappy as just like ordinary people. So the other people may think he is not enlightened, but it is not so. But that is natural. Whatever may be the feeling, whatever may be the emotion, that is natural. But he is not agitating with this emotion. He is not struggling with the emotion. If we struggle with our emotion, that is a sign of unenlightenment.
Can only one person who is enlightened recognize somebody else who is enlightened?
So here, recognition means only through inquiry. Only through inquiry, how you behave. Because when the outward appearance we cannot judge. An enlightened master cannot find the other enlightened people, whether he is enlightened or not, we cannot do. But when we inquire how he behave, if this happens, what will be the result, then inquire if the answer is correct in a correct way, then we can confirm. So you are enlightened, then you are not struggling with yourself, then the matter is over. Then you can go along with you. The matter is over.
Is it correct to say in this example then with the master and the disciple that the master is unhappy, but in his situation, he's not reacting to the events in his life. He's just unhappy. Is that correct? The master is unhappy.
Master unhappy.
Master unhappy.
Master unhappy. It's correct. That he's not reacting.
Not reacting, but reacting against the unhappiness.
He's not reacting against the unhappiness.
But
he's a true master because he's not reacting against it.
Unable to follow.
Okay, that is the master.
Master.
That's hiding from the terrorist.
Yeah.
So,
Master don't react.
so he doesn't react
So
to
the
his
doesn't respond.
unhappiness.
so the reaction according to the situation, because then only he hide himself with the not to be caught within the terrorist. He hide himself. So to that extent he can react, but he should not react against his own unhappiness. I must be happy always. I must be free from unhappiness. That kind of reaction he will not have.
He wouldn't be a master if he started reacting to his own reaction.
No reaction within himself.
No reaction.
Outside you can react,
But not inside.
but not inside.
So if one says, this is a situation, I am unhappy, so be it.
So we have to take it as a natural thing. So
So
whenever,
that's enlightenment.
so here that means we have no work there. The enlightened means we have no responsibility to do anything psychologically. So we have no responsibility. We have to understand that we have no responsibility to do anything. So the understanding of the responsibility, there is no responsibility as for ourselves. That means we are irresponsible to anything. With regarding to the psychological world, we have no responsibility. So the burden, there is no burden for ourselves. We should not take any burden to deal with ourselves. And we have to understand like this. We should not burden with me. We should not take any steps against me. So when everything is natural, then nobody will find fault with anybody.
Will pass.
Yeah. When it will go naturally, even though it will not go away from me, we will not worry about that. But naturally it will go. It will go. We need not worry about that. But we need not expect the going from me is also not necessary. The expectation that it must go away from me is against. It is also kind of renovation of the thing.
Interference.
Yeah, interference.
Yes. So if I'm angry
Yeah.
with a situation, then I just keep being angry.
But here need not find fault with their anger. But at the same time, the execution is different. Whether you execute the anger to the that is the external. The external world alone, you have to be patient enough, and you have to be calm enough to deal with you have to take some patience enough to deal with the external world. But psychologically, it is where you take it as a natural thing.
It's okay.
Yeah, we have to accept it is a natural thing.
Accept it.
Yeah.
And then you don't charge it.
Yeah.
It's good, bad, have to change.
Yeah.
Shouldn't be. It's just
Yeah.
I'm angry, I'm angry.
Yeah.
But most of the behind your question is you want to make something like what I should do when I come angry. Even the formula of I should let it flow.
It's more valuable the understanding. Am I right? It's better just understanding and not
Right.
to put
No execution.
no execution on that.
Very understanding itself.
Understanding that
Understanding is
it
as
is.
far as you can go.
That it's there. And there's nothing to
Yeah,
do
it's
with
there.
it.
It's like
There's
oh,
nothing to do with it.
So we have to take everything as natural. We should not question this should not be happen like this. For example, I put some coin in the ground. Some noise, creates some noise. So it is natural. Whoever puts the coin like this, it will create the noise. So in this way, whatever comes in our mind as our emotion, we have to take, it is a natural noise of our mind. Then we will not agitate. And you will... And for this, there is a story in the scripture. One person is doing meditation on the bank of a river. And at the time, some trees are standing at the bank of the river itself, and under the tree and the bank of the river, he is doing meditation. And one leaves from the tree fallen upon the water. One small leaf, and the leaf, one portion of the leaf touched the water. The remaining portion of the leaf touched the ground. So half portion of the leaf is in the ground and half portion of the leaf in the water. So the portion touched the water becomes a fish, and the portion touched the ground becomes a bird. And the bird tries to fly away in the one portion, same thing. One portion of the leaf becomes a bird, the other portion of the same leaf becomes a fish. The fish tries to go towards the towards the water, and the bird fly towards the sky. So the person who is meditating, looking the thing as a surprise, because it is not a common vision. It is some rare vision like this. So he is surprised upon the happening of this formation. The leaf turns into bird, and at the same time turns into fish. He is astonished and when he has such kind of astonishment like this, and one deity comes, you have failed from your meditation, and I am going to impress on you. Because the moral behind the story is that whatever happen in front of you, you should not have any astonishment. You take it as natural. Even though it happens unbelievable, but you have taken as natural. So they are indirectly they try to convey some message. The story, the meaning of the story is to give you some message. So here, whenever you have some feeling, some anger or fear, because I am already very good, how can anger comes to me? You should not. You should not surprised upon your feeling. You should not have any. You should not question any of your emotion. It is natural. It comes anyhow. It is come. That is natural, and we have to take everything as natural. And whenever you give consent and take it everything natural, it will naturally go away from you. If you struggle with that, how should it come with me? I am a good person. How can anger come? How can a hatred come? I have to deal with that. Then only the problem starts.